welcome back to Real Talks Act 4.
Act 4.
Yeah,
I got a mask between Acts 3 and 4.
Yeah,
it makes
somewhere.
it really hard to hear, kind of.
And you got your little clone here as well. And we also have Snoopy.
Oh yeah, I was possessed.
I'm sure Snoopy will be happy if we go see the Peanuts movie for the next episode.
I could go for either one. Go vote on our Facebook page.
Yes. Pink our Facebook page. We want you to go watch our Facebook page. Don't watch it, just go like it. God, please like it. We want to beat Home Screen in likes, and they currently have like 116. We've only got 102.
Oh,
so we can do it.
heart's
You can
breaking.
help us do it. Please, just do it.
But no, don't do that again. Don't do it.
Okay.
But they are not here to listen to us shill out our own show.
No.
We're here to talk
Spoilers! Spoilers! Oh!
The Last Witch Hunter.
Yeah, which neither of us enjoyed the movie a whole lot.
No.
So we don't mind spoiling it for you. Yeah.
And we hope you don't either.
So what do you think would be the first good spoiler for the movie?
Elijah Wood gets killed, and I didn't like it.
Oh, yeah. That was near the end of the movie. If you make it through the whole movie and get to the end there, Elijah Wood's character, which was pretty weak throughout the whole thing.
Right. He's like Doden number 37.
Dolan 37.
And after 36, who was played by Alfred from the Christopher Nolan movies?
Michael Caine.
Michael Caine. Right,
Yeah.
right. I can't believe I forgot his name there. So he retires. He's like this really old guy when, Vin Diesel's, he looks really young, but he's 800 years old. And he gets out of the movie for a little bit. He dies, but he doesn't. He just gets cursed.
Yeah. I thought it was like even like cheesier way to do it. Like he went to retire from being basically Vin Diesel like watchman for the church, and he dies. But it turns out he wasn't actually dead. He was poisoned by a witch, and it just
so
looked
they
like
had to
he
bring
was
in
dead.
another one of these Dolan priest guys in. So it's young Elijah Wood. He's in the movie for like a grand total of 10 minutes.
Yeah, he was.
And so that makes his betrayal feel...
Yes.
I didn't care that he did, because I don't know.
Nobody really cared about any of the characters in this movie,
So,
I think.
yeah, when he betrayed Vin Diesel...
Yeah,
near
the end, it's very abrupt and not very well done.
And yeah,
it's just, all of a sudden, they're in like the end of the end cave scene, and Elijah Wood just pops up and he's like, "Hey, I'm a bad guy, fuck you," and then he basically dies. He tries to shoot Vin Diesel because he wasn't
and then the
immortal
Witch
anymore
Queen
at that
kills
point.
him because his parents,
Oh, yeah.
he was born without magic.
That's right. Here's like continuity error. They never mentioned the possibility that witches could have a human child, basically. His parents were witches, and then he was born without any magical power.
Yeah, that's just one of those things that just keeps splitting in like when it's needed.
And really, like, they never did a good job explaining what exactly a witch was, because in the beginning of the movie, it looked like they were some like either subspecies or like a completely different species from humans, because they were like mud people and they're all disgusting and ugly.
And now they're kind of human. They're kind of human, but they're at the same time they're not. They don't really elaborate that.
Right. Yeah.
Very much.
And like, can they cross species? Can they breed with humans? Who knows? Like,
I don't know.
They didn't explain that at all.
Another inconsistent thing was like, how exactly does Vin Diesel's immortality work? Exactly.
I don't know. Like, if somebody cut his head off, would he still be fine?
Yeah, they don't really explain it. Like they say, the evil witch queen curses him at the beginning, like, "Oh shoot, you're gonna be cursed to walk the earth forever." And then it's like, okay, but there's points in the movie where it looks like he's in danger of getting killed, and they kind of the drama kind of hinges on
and
that.
it's not a very like suspenseful film when your protagonist is incapable of dying.
I mean, it's not even just that. If they had just
for anything they do.
Like, what exactly can kill him? Because some things apparently can do it, but
it's
they don't
really
elaborate.
vague. They again, it goes back to the storyline. They don't tell you. And why the fuck would the Witch Queen give him immortality anyway? It's in the beginning of the movie. He stabs her. They're trying to kill all the witches because witches are bad. Whatever. They tried to tie in the Black Plague there, but he stabs her, and then she like sticks her hand in him and makes him immortal,
I
so that she can become immortal in the future, which she doesn't.
Yeah, I'm not. The whole thing's really confused. Like,
Yeah.
they resurrect the Witch Queen, and then she takes back her immortality from him. Then
Which she doesn't have. She's not immortal at all because she gets stabbed and then she turns into a bloody little
she
heart.
makes like a weird light explosion that somehow
Yeah.
gives his the immortality back to I don't even remember the character's name, so I'm just calling him Vin Diesel. So he kind of gets it back, and then the witch is like not immortal again.
Yeah. And it makes no sense. I think maybe his sword was the only thing that could kill witches for good, or something.
They mentioned at the beginning that, and I admit that I don't remember this part as well as I should, but they mentioned at the beginning that they said that witches can only be truly killed if they're stabbed through the heart, and I'm not sure if that just applies to the Witch Queen or not. But if it doesn't, and I don't remember it specifically saying that it only applies to her, then there's like at least 2 witches that got killed, but one got stabbed in the throat, and the other had his neck broken in his dreams. So if that's the case, then witches can just die from, and that's inconsistent
I know.
too.
And, there's a certain line that you cross, that you have to have a certain suspension of disbelief when you're watching a fantasy movie like this, but they have to try to make it at least somewhat believable. They can't just expect you to make up the rules on your own.
It kind of reminds me of Harry Potter. It reminds me of the anti-Harry Potter, in which, they have like this magic system that, it can pretty much do whatever the author wants, but at the same time, there is a certain centrality to the whole thing. There are rules, and even though there are crappy Deus Ex Machinas in Harry Potter, there's still a sense that there is style, and there's rules.
And they built up a culture around it.
And here they just the elements can help you track down magic, so I'm just going to blow on some air and then light some fire and then not try the other 2 and then not do those ever again.
Gave like the barest explanation of their idea of what their magic system is, and then just like didn't bother.
Yeah, and characters just came in and out. Like that one witch who was like super old and gross, but she had that cube that made her look really young. She just kind of came in, like had to help.
She had her little bit part for 5 minutes, and then she was.
She also had the only funny line in the movie too.
What was that?
Just a very well timed bitch. That's the only funny line, and I feel bad about that.
Like really cheesy line.
And again, Elijah Wood's character, he only comes in and out whenever he feels like there's this one guy who was blind, who runs a bakery, and he's a witch too, but he only comes in to give a little bit of exposition, then get captured to help resurrect the queen. You don't care because you don't see him outside of anything. You don't care about any of these characters.
You don't care about anything that happens in this movie.
And you only care, the only one who's in there at all, who's got any real good lines, or not lines, but any decent characterization, is that witch girl.
Yeah, Rose
remember.
Leslie's character.
Right.
I don't remember her character's name either. Chloe.
But everyone else, and again, Michael Caine, he's cursed throughout the movie, then he kind of comes back near the end in the 3rd act, and then he's not in it for the most part until the very end, when he's Vin Diesel looks at him, he's I need you back. And Michael Caine's okay, and then, why do I care?
Yeah.
Plus
so he's out of retirement, I guess. Yeah.
I actually rated this movie a little higher than you, but I was a lot more not happy with the special effects and action scenes.
I wasn't expecting much, and I wasn't getting much.
It is such a video game, though, especially with that Sentinel wood thing. It was just I looked at that thing and thought, boss battle. I hope you have plenty of lives, which
if it's supposed to be this unbeatable thing for killing witches or imprisoning witches.
It brought them into the prison or whatever.
Yeah, and he just takes it down with a shotgun.
And
twice.
Again, and then
that whole scene there was not really worth
And then there's like Witch Girl, who there's so. I didn't expect to be talking about this movie so much, but there's just so much to pick apart. And the Witch Girl who just suddenly gets the ability to. She didn't suddenly have it, but she always had the ability to like walk into dreams.
Right, and that was really underplayed too. I mean, they could have had a much better subplot about that, and that could have been a big story element. But
yeah,
it was
like with her,
we're
like,
going to use it
helping to find his memories they need
to advance this one scene to the next end of the plot.
What if What if they had taken her on as like the next Dolan sidekick instead of Elijah Wood? Like the first sidekick to the witch hunter, who's a witch.
You should have written this movie.
I think. Thank you.
Yeah.
And yeah, lazy direction? Not much to say on that.
Yeah.
What's
bad writing, bad directing.
What's the good
okay
though?
Cinematography, like it was good art direction, but
It was alright. It had a really cool like Wiccan-ish vibe to it. Is that?
yeah, there's just not enough of it. Like I think there could have been more. It could have.
I mean, there's plenty of it. It just wasn't really consistent or cohesive.
Yeah, but anyway, we don't want to ramble on about crappy movies all night.
It's as much as I crapped on it. It is decent entertainment. I'm not. Maybe a matinee showing. Definitely Netflix if you're bored.
Yeah.
You're not going to remember it. Unless you're me and you're like,
this isn't
I
going to make.
must whine.
This isn't going to make anybody's top 10 list, except maybe for Vin Diesel, because I'm sure he had a blast making this because he loves
props
nerdy
to
things.
Vin Diesel though. That is so cool that he gets to take his Dungeons and Dragons characters. He literally does that. Takes his Dungeons and Dragons characters and makes them into roles that he plays in movies.
This was based on one of his characters that was, get this, a witch hunter.
Right.
Which is a class you can play in D&D. Yeah.
I am serious props to that. That is like the dream for me. I do like you, Vin Diesel. By the way, you're good, especially as Groot.
Yeah.
So I don't really have much else to say on this.
Yeah. If you guys have anything else to say that we missed that you hated about the movie, or maybe you want to defend it and think it's good,
maybe you just want to yell at me.
No, just post it on our Facebook page. Just go to our Real Talk Facebook page and like that guy too, because we want likes on our Facebook page.
Yeah, we want to be home screen and handful of handlebars.
Handful of some hands. Yeah. But anyway, that about wraps it up. So we'll see you next time when we go and watch either Spectre or the Peanuts movie.
Yep.
It's up to you which one we watch. So
you decide.
Go on Facebook and
again. Nope. I'm done.
Do it.
I'm done.
Facebook, do it.
Taking Snoopy with me. Snoopy's done.
Just do it. Oh. Okay.